Bonjour and welcome to L'Espace Français. Je m'appelle Chris Schneider and this is lesson 3 of Unit 1. We're going to learn how to say what our profession is in French today. That means we'll be learning a little vocabulary. We'll also learn about genders. Well, we'll learn about the genders of French nouns at least. So let's start with an example of a profession. I think a lot of people can say they are students. So in French, a student is étudiant if they are male. If they're female, they are étudiante. You'll notice they sound a little bit different. Étudiant, étudiante. Every noun in French has a gender. It is either male or female. Certain nouns like professions or titles or animals have both a masculine and a feminine version. Student is one of these nouns with both forms. Let's look at the masculine form of student. Étudiant. And to make the word feminine, we add an E at the end and now pronounce the T. Étudiante. So, étudiant is a male student and étudiante is a female student. Now to say I am a student, you'll say je suis étudiant if you're male, or je suis étudiante if you're female. Do you remember what je means from last lesson? It means I. So je suis means I am. Je suis étudiant. You'll also notice that you don't say I am a student when you say it in French. The words are literally I am student. Putting the French word for a before student would be incorrect in French, even if it sounds a little bit strange to English speakers. But we're not speaking English, we're speaking French. So, je suis étudiant. Or again, if you're female, je suis étudiante. Okay, not all of you are students. If you are, you likely won't be one forever either. So let's learn some more professions in French. Some of these professions have a male and female version, but not all. It's just like in English. For example, we have waiter and waitress, but not doctor and doctoress. French, like English, is also experiencing a feminization of the names for many professions that once were predominantly occupied by males. If you want to learn more about that, and maybe learn some controversial feminizations like the female form of professor, you'll have to read the PDF. For the video and for the audio, we're just going to give you the forms that will be acceptable on any French test or with any French teacher anywhere. So let's start. To say actor in French, you would say acteur. Or, if you are female, you would say actrice. Again, acteur, actrice. If you want to say artist, the word is artiste, for both male and female. Artiste. If you want to say singer, the word is chanteur for male and chanteuse for female. Chanteur, chanteuse. The word for writer, écrivain for male, or écrivaine for female. Écrivain, écrivaine. The word for businessman is homme d'affaires, and the word for businesswoman is femme d'affaires. Homme d'affaires, femme d'affaires. The word for nurse is infirmier for a male, or infirmière for a female. So one more time, infirmier, infirmière. The word for doctor, just like in English, only has one form. Médecin, médecin. Good. The word for musician is musicien for male, or musicienne for female. Musicien, musicienne. The word for police officer is policier. Policier. And that's for either feminine or masculine. The word for fireman, pompier. Pompier. For both man and woman. The word professor, sometimes used for teacher as well, is professeur. Professeur. For both male and female. The word for scientist is scientifique. Scientifique. For both male and female versions. And lastly, soldier has only one form as well. Soldat. Soldat. Alright, great. Now it's time for the pronunciation segment. Let's talk about the masculine versus the feminine pronunciations. Many of the masculine forms have a silent consonant, like in étudiant, infirmier, and musicien. When the E gets added in the feminine form, these final consonants are suddenly pronounced. This is a good thing to remember. In French, you can sometimes have a silent consonant, but only if it's actually the last letter in the word. Changing the sound of this consonant sometimes changes other sounds in the word too, usually the final vowel sound that precedes the silent consonant. This is what happens with the word infirmier. The masculine form ends with an A sound. In the feminine form, though, that vowel turns into an E. So, two different vowel sounds, A and E. A, E. Listen to the words. Infirmier, infirmier. And the feminine form, infirmière, infirmière. You'll also notice that the E in infirmière has an accent mark on it. It's called an accent grave. Accent grave. And we'll talk about it more later. So one more time. Infirmier, infirmière. In the word musicien, musicien, the N creates a nasal vowel. It's not considered a consonant sound, but when the final E is added in the feminine form, it becomes a consonant N. Listen to the difference between the nasal and the consonant. And N, N. To form the consonant, you have to close your mouth off with your tongue. You can do this by touching it to the back of your teeth. To form the nasal sound, don't close your mouth off with your tongue. Try it. Let's make the consonant first and then the nasal second by not touching our tongue to the back of our teeth. So, N, N, Alright, now the whole word. Masculine form first. Musicien, musicien. And the feminine form. Musicienne, musicienne. Let's recap. Remember how to say, I'm a student? Je suis étudiant. How about, I'm an actress? Je suis actrice. Now I want you to listen and tell me if I'm using the masculine or feminine form of the following four professions. Je suis acteur. Masculine. Je suis étudiante. Feminine. Je suis infirmier. Masculine. Je suis chanteuse. Feminine. Alright, that's all for today's lesson. If you want to review, try recording yourself saying, hello, my name is so-and-so. I'm a such-and-such. What's your name? Goodbye. Listen to how you sound and try to make it sound more like what you hear in these lessons and over at forvo.com, or make it sound more like any other French speaker that you've heard. Alright, thank you for joining me on L'Espace Français. Au revoir.